I'm Chris Thompson, and today I'm talking about Taylor Swift buying back the master recordings to her original 6 albums. Let's get into it. On May 30th, 2025, Taylor Swift announced that she had bought back the original master recordings for her first 6 albums. This is big news, not just for Swiftie Nation. It means that the Grammy Award-winning artist now controls all of her music, including the first 6 studio albums and all of her new albums that she's re-recorded called Taylor's version. The history of Taylor Swift's music catalog has been continuous drama since day one. Originally, Taylor Swift had signed with Big Machine Records run by Scott Borchetta. Apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. Under this agreement, Big Machine Records owned all of the original recordings, otherwise known as masters in the industry, of Taylor Swift's first 6 albums. In 2019, Scott Borchetta sold Big Machine Records to Scooter Braun's Ithaca Holdings for approximately $300 million. That by itself would have been fine, but the thing is, Scott never let Taylor Swift know that he was actually selling her recordings. The decent thing to do would have been to let her actually make an offer on them to acquire them herself, but Scott had other plans. It's reported that the transaction was worth approximately $300 million. Then in 2020, Scooter Braun sold all of Taylor Swift's master recordings to Shamrock Holdings, again, for an estimated $300 million. That seems a little odd to me. Why didn't the value of Taylor Swift's master recordings go up over time? That's kind of a head-scratcher. If anyone else knows why that is, please let me know down in the comments. I am dying to find that out, because all logic would say that the albums would have appreciated in value. If he bought them for $300 million, those 6 master recordings easily could have fetched $400, maybe even $500 million. But let's get back to the story. So if you're keeping track, this is now the second time that a company sold Taylor Swift's master recordings to her first 6 albums without giving Taylor Swift the opportunity to buy them back herself. Why is that? But don't worry, Taylor Swift got even. As a FU to the entire record industry, and specifically Scooter Braun, Taylor Swift began re-recording all of her original 6 albums and calling them Taylor's version. To date, she's re-recorded and released 4 of those albums and has a 5th all recorded but not yet released. Then the other day, Taylor Swift made an announcement that all Swiftie Nation has been waiting for. She has finally acquired all of the master recordings to her first 6 studio albums. No details about the financial transaction are available yet, but I'm sure in time we're going to find out just how much she paid for those. It's nice to know that Shamrock Holdings stepped up and did the right thing and worked out a deal so that Taylor Swift could buy back her original recordings to her first 6 studio albums. But it couldn't have been cheap. If Shamrock Holdings bought those recordings for $300 million, then obviously they're not feeling generous. They're not going to sell them to anyone for under $300 million. So where did Taylor Swift get $300 million to buy back the master recordings? That's a great question. The simple answer is that Taylor Swift is wildly successful. Her Eras tour brought in about $4.1 billion in total. Taylor Swift also had a really sweet deal where she made about $13 million herself for every show she performed. Let's do some simple math. If Taylor Swift makes $13 million per show and she performed 149 shows in her Eras tour, that means she made $2 billion herself from the Eras tour. So yeah, she could afford to buy back from Shamrock Holdings the $300 million back catalog of her first 6 studio albums. What do you think Taylor Swift is going to do now that she owns the recordings to her first 6 studio albums? She's already released Taylor's version of the first 4 albums that she recorded. She has a 5th all recorded but not yet released. And that only leaves 1 more album that she could re-record and issue at any time. My guess is in the next few months, we're going to hear about a number of licensing deals where Taylor Swift licenses her original master recordings from her first 6 studio albums. And I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people bidding on them. Thanks for listening to my hot take about Taylor Swift buying back her master recordings for her first 6 studio albums. If you haven't already, smash that like button and do me a solid and subscribe to my channel so you can be notified next time I drop a video. Thanks.